Then we'll continue through. Yeah. Then we will not do skip. I believe we're going to setting of the boundaries. So setting of the boundaries, nah, we better do it there. We'll do it there. So then that takes us into Sangye Chodam, which you know. And then after Sangye Chodam, Zohung Bang Ho, Zoshinaranaten Bagyu, then after that, then we will go ahead and do white toma, red toma. After white toma, red toma, then Vajrasamaya Za, Vajrasamaya Za Za, then you visualize yourself as Dorje Sapa, Yum Yum. And one rationale behind doing that is, imagine perhaps today you did cleaning of the house, or tomorrow you'll do cleaning of the house. So we want to prepare the field for the deity to come. Who is the deity that is coming? Is the associates of the Vidyadharas and the chief Guru Rinpoche and Mandavada or Yeshu Sogyal. So in Yam. So after we have prepared the field, then we must establish the boundaries. After establishing the boundaries, then we'll do the four boundless attitudes. So this part, all the same. After the four boundless attitudes, then we'll do the 7-branch prayer. And then after the 7-branch prayer, then this is where we'll do the 37-point mandala. So you should have your cloth and your mandala plate and rice. Then also you need to get, I have to get also, then we need candle. So we can do the offering at the end, we'll do the offering of the light. So you need small candle in some way to light that. So I have right here, I can do that with this one. Okay? So, and the way we'll do the 37 mandala is you make sure you tie around your neck, and then you have to put the cloth down. And usually what I do is I take another heavy object, my bell sometimes, and I put the cloth on my book. And then I put my, I place my text so I can read it. And so when we get to that, I'll talk you through it, how to set it up, all right? A little explanation, a little break in the action. After we have concluded the 37-point mandala, 3-tiered, which is at the top, then we deconstruct. Then we just take the mandala plate. I'll show you mandala plate with your mala, and then we clean the plate again. We've already cleaned it, but we'll clean it again with Long Vajrasattva. Let me back up. As we're creating the tiers, we'll do Long Vajrasattva. Now, granted, usually there's a configuration, geometrical design that's employed when you construct a 37 mandala. If we're going to make it very simple, we'll construct it as we're doing Long Vajrasattva. When we're concluded the Long Vajrasattva, then we'll start with Binza Bhumiyahum, the 37-point. And then we'll go through that. Once we've completed the 37, then we deconstruct and we just do the 7-point mandala. So the 7-point mandala, Mount Mirror, center, then the 4 continents, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we have to go the sun and the moon, which is placed at the diagonals, the way that I do it. After we have concluded the 37, the offering of the mandala, then we'll do Long Vajrasattva, and then that takes us into the recitation of the 7-line prayer again for the Vidyanadrupa, for Rinpoche's practice. So we have the 7-line prayer. Now, when we do Oma Hum Badu Guru Padma Siddhi Hum Badu, Oma Hum Badu Guru Padma Chotan Sabadu Samaya Za Za. Za Za, at least for me, Za, we invite coming in front of me. Za Za, you're going to come and sit down. So we're setting up the seat for Guru Rinpoche to come and sit. After we do this, the prayer of we've done Imaho. So then what I'd like to do, there's a set of prayer, it's called the Reign of Accomplishment. And it's a specific prayer to the lineage of the assemblage of the Yaharas. If you have this text, then it's in there, if you have a copy of it available. If not, then we'll just read through it, myself and Lama and who else has it. So after we have done the specific lineage prayer, then we'll do Riro Menjoki Yoki Patandu, because we didn't do it earlier. Then we'll do also Kiwakum Do Yandanamadan. Then after we do that, then we go back up for a moment. So after we do Zahum Bangho, we did the lineage prayer, Riro Men. Then we need to do the offering. Where did I put it? Then we do the Namo. So we do the refuge prayer specific for this short Rinpoche practice, and we do developing, arousing the bodhicitta. We'll do that. After we have done that, then we do again. Now we're receiving the blessings from Guru Rinpoche, lineage masters, or the Vidyaharas, the assemblage of Vidyaharas that surround. There's a different configuration for the Rinpoche Drupa Sakti as opposed to the Soshi. They look similar, but they're not. So, but don't worry too much about trying to remember all of this. I'll go over it again. After we have done refuge, bodhicitta, then receiving the blessings, I think I got everything in at that point. Then we'll start with where it says, not the Urgyen Rinpoche, we will start with where it says, where did I put it? We'll start where it says the assemblage of the Yaharas, which is Ri, Macho, Tujo, and Mamacho, Guru, which you know this part. So we do those first 1, 2, 3, 4 lines, and then we'll switch and we'll go to the next 4 lines, which you all have and that you received from Kunjuk Mother Rinpoche. So again, I'll call this out as I go through, so not to worry. Where are they? What are they doing now? I don't remember. Don't worry. Okay? Then recitation. We do many recitations of Guru Mantra. Then after Guru Mantra, then we do Om A I E E, which you know. Then after that, then we'll do the Vajukalaya. So again, if you have your purva, you should get your purva. Have your purva. And then I'll do some prayers for the lineage of Vajishunu or Vajukalaya. Make sure I have that here. Okay. Then we'll do this. Then we'll also do the dispelling of the liberating of the martyrs and the Rakshas. Martyrs and Rakshas and Rutas, and send them to the place of enlightened liberation. After that, then as we've done before, then that should take us into the Dhammapalas. After we do the Dhammapalas, I'll give you a break. We'll take a break somewhere in there. We'll take a break. So you can go to the bathroom, get some water, come back. Then we'll also do long life prayer, maybe we'll do Dususange, I'm not sure, we'll do Chinrezi practice, and lighting the lamp, offering of the lamp practice. Then what I'm going to try to time it out is that at 10 minutes to, or 5 minutes to 12, maybe a little bit earlier, we enter into Samadhi, meditation, Ripa. And we sit 10 minutes, 12 minutes. The concept for me is I saw a diagram today, which I've seen before, of the Milky Way. And it's with a little arrow, and it says, "You are here. Don't take yourself so serious." Just a stick ball, a piece of lead, blown by the winds of the cosmic turbulence through space. But the marvel of that, at least for me, an infinitesimal speck, like lead on your shoulder, moving through the vastness of infinite space, even to be able to verse or voice those words is pretty magnificent, don't you think? Here we are, these conscious entities in infinite universes that are aware of our existence. Are there other beings that are aware of their existence in this infinite cosmos, universe? Well, according to our tradition, yes, they are. But anyway, so we'll do this for all of the infinite sentient beings, as we say, that exist throughout the totality of the multiverse. What else? And I think everything other than that should be pretty explanatory. The only part that may be a little bit throw you off is the offering of the mandala, but as we are doing, we are placing a new pattern. When you create new patterns of doing outwardly, you also are reconstructing and creating new patterns within your own psyche, your own neural net. So this whole concept, which you are aware of, neuroplasticity, plasticity. So neuroplasticity, the ability to reconstruct or create new passageways of how information is interpreted, perceived, stored, transmitted, transferred. There's a phrase I'm hearing in my mind that says, neurons that fire together, tied together, like creating a cable. A single copper wire or a single microfiber can send only a little information. But at this point, I'm receiving information from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 conduits. But I only perceive it as a unity of one. It's really quite interesting, perception and what we call reality, etc. But by altering patterns, and so the theme, as we've been going through for this wonderful 2022, is to alter, change, create, and manifest new patterns. And in doing so, we alter a construct of new realities. In this concept of cause the effect, we're making a leap. We know in the third thought that turns the mind towards the Dharma is karmic actions, or the law of cause and effect. But we want to skip to the law that causes the effect. Cause the effect. And what is it that causes the effect? Because what we want to cause is what hasn't occurred yet. So it's almost upon us, 22. But not, well, It depends on where you are in the space-time continuum. If we're in Asia, it's already occurred. So we are moving through a space-time continuum. And in our space-time continuum, we are establishing an effect. What is the effect? That's 22 is the year already filled with loving kindness and compassion. It is filled with peace and harmony and happiness and joyousness. And even when we find ourselves at our lowest, we will remember it is nothing more than a small wave in the vastness of space, and laugh and not take ourselves so serious. What would you like 22 to be? 22. What would you like for it to be? I hope you've established an imagery that says it will be wonderful. It will be happy. Even if we find ourselves out on the street, they will just wonderful. My karma is coming to fruition. Don't worry. You've put in lots of time and lots of merit, so you don't have to sleep on the street this lifetime. But more than likely at some point we did. I did. So how would you like 22 to be? Joyous? Kind? You want harmony? What do you want? Dream. But it's not enough. I was practicing last night. It's not enough just to have a thought. You must also create the feeling. The early masters, the ancient masters, they knew this. The deity that you visualize is the deity you must become. The deity that you become is the deity that you must feel. And when you think and when you feel in unity, an experience arises. Recognize that experience and rest in that and let go. So, therefore, you are creating the affect based on what you have brought from your future into the present. And therefore, the future is right now. This is our future. So going back to that sitting for the time before the new year in our time continuum, and the time after, if I've used this word before, reset. I want to reset within the space-time continuum, or the fabric of space-time, the quantum field, the flux flow, the flux of the quantum field, like gently moving on an ocean. Can't you feel? When we actually stop, almost feeling how we are moving through time and space, through the multiverse. To be in balance with the universe, within and without. At least, these are not my thoughts. These are the thoughts from the ancient masters. That we are all connected through this quantum field of consciousness. That the consciousness is that permeates this whole planet. Everyone who is awake or asleep has this consciousness. And we can talk about the nature of that consciousness, as you all know, the enlightened nature, empty but luminous, empty but clear, empty but knowing, that the main practice is to rest in the recognition of the ever-present consciousness. And in the same way that the universe is entropy, is expanding, perhaps, as someone said to me a couple days ago, If we could only get out of our way, then perhaps we would recognize that we are the manifestation of the expanded consciousness. I want to pause and take the time to sort of be at peace, to connect to your inner harmony. And even when things are difficult, they're not that difficult, really. We only make them so by doing what? Thinking. Constant, incessant thinking. Mama Kazi Rinpoche would say, that's thinking. Or look to the thinker and let go. Or when thoughts arise, we would just say, thinking and rest. You merely recognize that you're thinking, and the subject that recognizes the experience of thinking and the thought that is the object, poof. Rinpoche says, Rinpoche, all Rinpoches, 4 parts or 3 parts into one. What is 3 parts into one? Your past thoughts, your present thoughts, and your future thoughts dissolve into non-thought. Past time, present time, future time. But in no thought, there is no time. Timelessness. So 3 parts into one, or sometimes they say 4 parts into one. 3 parts into the 4th, timelessness. Take a breath in. Breathe out. Timelessness. The past has gone, and the future has not come. There is no present other than our commenting upon it, because then it is already the past. So therefore, the 3 times are nothing more than a manufactured illusion of our own conceptuality of dualistic constructs. When it all falls apart, we enter into the state and the unity of emptiness and clarity. No thought, but fully awake. Timelessness. Rest. Then Rinpoche says, in that moment, it's like that. But even that small taste, once you taste sure, you know, oh, you remember. Many tastes, small glimpses, many times, Rinpoche would say. But that ever-present taste of the unobstructed, uncompounded, without beginning or end, consciousness is ever present within all sentient beings, isn't it? You already know all of these things. I'm just parrot. Take a breath in. Breathing out. So probably now you know exactly why I said 9 o'clock, because it already is 9:45. But in essence, we have begun. And first, let me see, who sends their blessings? Well, Chinja Rinpoche. I spoke to Chinja Rinpoche prior. He's at home already practicing, sends his blessing. Dorje Rinpoche, he is in Bhutan doing also practice, sends his blessing. Lama Rinpoche also send a blessing. Lama Thupten, who is in retreat in Bhutan, sends his blessing. These are who I've heard from already. But in many quarters, I know they're already doing practices for the beauty of 22 that is already present. So hopefully, when adversity comes, you will remember it is the advantage of the blessings, because it is a manifestation or coming to fruition of past karma. And Finish. That's gone. Take a breath in. Breathing out. So again, let this evening be one of reset. All negativities, let go. All worry, let go. All those who you call your enemy, let go. And all of those you call your friend, also let go. Why? Who is to say, in the largest scheme of the totality of existence, who is friend and who is enemy? For your enemy you call loving kindness and compassion. For your friend, loving kindness and compassion. The essence, love. Sorry, I wanted something I remembered thinking, when is the moment that you recognize you were present? Do you know where you were? I know exactly. At least one moment. Two. One, little boy in Selma, Alabama. The next one, adolescence, teenager in Brooklyn, New York, Baptist Stuyvesant. But the one that I remember from Baptist Stuyvesant, Brooklyn, New York, I was listening to the Beatles, and the song was, "All You Need Is Love." You all know this song, but we don't believe. All you need is love. Loving kindness and compassion. Loving kindness and compassion should be the norm, His Holiness the Dalai Lama says, not an option. So may in this year, which is already upon us and the one has passed, may we all make a vow to practice loving kindness and compassion. Whether you're sleeping or walking or eating or working, visiting, whatever. That the light of loving kindness like the sun never goes out. And even when we enter into the darkness of our own self-created shadows, loving kindness is still there, isn't it? Not your thinking, your feeling. Open your heart. So may this be as it is. We can see the transition where the message is love, loving kindness, caring. The time of awakening is upon us. Omicron, COVID-19, coronavirus, the flu, storms, fires. Is it like Armageddon, isn't it? But these are only small things and they will come to pass. If those who orchestrated them will also come to pass. We must change. So may our practice this evening be a drop in the bucket that will bring about change. Where? Change in the consciousness of all sentient beings. Change in the heart of all sentient beings. May the viruses of ignorance and desire and anger and greed and lust and stupidity and arrogance and pride, may they be eradicated, liberated, vaccinated. One major antidote. Even when I was high school, we have to read the romantic writers. They're all talking about love. Not some, how would I say, dualistic, but a divine love that surrenders and opens to what comes, what stays, and what goes, no matter what. Most of you have been to some developing countries, or you know someone who has much less than you, but they're much happier than we are, who have everything we need. And they don't have anything, but they'll give you half of nothing that they have. And they'll be insulted if you don't take half of what they don't have, because they want you to be happy. We receive it and we go, well, they should have given me more. It wasn't enough. We look for the flaw in it, like going to an outlet store and buying some shoes or a cloth. We look at the cloth and we look at the shoes, right? There's got to be something wrong with it. And they go, no, nothing. Please, take. So, hopefully, as you proceed now into this year, that you'll practice more from within. Not mumbling and beating the drum and ringing the bell, but be open to the freedom of love and to the freedom of kindness and compassion that exists within each and every one of us. Mostly I'm babbling to myself like Shanti Deva. I have to remember, rest in the recognition of my own innate awareness. Lama again, Rinpoche says, main practice, awareness. That very moment. Rest in that. There is nothing to develop, only to have confidence, recognize, decide. When it is pointed out, recognize. When that has been recognized, then decide whether that is it or not. Having come to a decision, then practice until one has confidence. Upon achieving confidence, stability. And once you have arrived at stability, do not hold on to it. Let go and rest. Take a breath in, please. Breathing out. Rest. Two things are occurring at the very moment. All energy and matter is in motion. And that motion is occurring from a place of stillness, space. So we could say there's a unity of spatiality and stillness conjoined together. Recognize, connect. In the stillness, let there be movement. And in the movement, recognize the stillness. And in the conjoinedness and the unity of the two, once again, rest. Perhaps the stars, the sun, and the planet, the nebulae, and the gaseous expanse. Maybe it's listening to see if we're listening. Do you listen to the universe? But when you say the universe, does your consciousness leap out somewhere? That doesn't make sense. You are the universe, and the universe is you. Interconnected, one and the same. That which is without is also within. Reset. And now, rest for a moment. Connect beyond our ordinariness. Connect to your extraordinariness. Do not connect to being simple, but connect to simplicity. Let go of chaos and recognize harmony. And as you rest with the awareness of breathing in, and with the awareness of breathing out, settle. At least in this brief time, let go of past thoughts, letting go of past patterns. And from that open spaciousness before you, all of the Buddhists, all Rinpoche, all the genies, protectors, lineage masters, all the way down to the present, filling the space before you. And so you have a request. With folded hands you say, "Most precious Guru, please think of me. Bestow the blessing that will free and ripen my mind, so that I may realize as quickly as possible for the benefit of all sentient beings. Most precious Guru, please think of me. Bestow the blessings that will free and ripen my mind, so that I may realize as quickly as possible for the benefit of all sentient beings. Most precious Guru, please think of me. Bestow the blessings that will free and ripen my mind, so that I may realize as quickly as possible for the benefit of all sentient beings." Having the thought, I have truly taken refuge. Whatever happens, doesn't matter. It's only an outward apparition. At the core, one has come under the umbrella of the enlightened ones. So therefore, whatever happens is like clouds coming and going. You'll see. At one moment it seems so intense, and you take a breath, and then you're space. So with that type of refuge, it's easy to say, isn't it? Now you make this your New Year resolution. New Year resolution. Sentient beings are numberless. I vow to liberate them. Illusions are inexhaustible. I vow to transcend them. The Dharma gates are boundless. I vow to enter them. Buddha's enlightened way is unsurpassable. I vow to embody it. Sentient beings are infinite. I vow to liberate them. Our delusions are inexhaustible. I vow to transcend them. Dharma gates are boundless. I vow to enter them. Buddha's enlightened way is unsurpassable. I vow to embody it. Sentient beings are numberless. I vow to liberate them. Delusions are inexhaustible. I vow to transcend them. Dharma gates are boundless. I vow to enter them. Buddha's enlightened way is unsurpassable. I vow to embody it. This is my New Year resolution. And to help me keep my resolution, I appeal to the enlightened bodhisattvas.
Shit.
And once again, we are receiving the blessings directly from the Buddha. The Buddha's subtle body, or the manifestation of all kinds of wisdoms, and all bodies are manifesting. So is ours. The Buddha has recognized the manifest. We have not recognized, therefore we cannot manifest. But at this moment, awaken the head, the throat, the heart, and the navel center, white, red, blue, yellow, radiant. And it says every energy pattern in the universe has a quantum signature. If we could find and resonate at the same oscillating frequency that these centers are and match, then they would open. But they're already open. So open your head, open your throat, open your heart, open your navel. And in the heart, the empty bindu, the empty blue bindu of space. Empty blue bindu of space. In the middle of that orb, that brilliant blue orb, is a white moon disk, upon which sits a seed so that is radiant like a star. And it's constantly giving out loving kindness and compassion, giving out your merit, your blessings, your happiness, your fortune. You're drawing in the essence of all ignorance and desire and anger, etc., in the form of bluish black smoke. Count the outgoing breath as we practice 29. in your mind's eye. You nourish the seed that your intentions have manifested. And as you breathe out, recognize, without grasping or clinging, that the essence of that which has been visualized and the one who has visualized the experience thereof is one and the same. Water into water. Recognize. Yes. And as you breathe out, that which was recognized and the recognizer are not separate. They did not come, they did not go without beginning, without end. No shape, no shadow, no form. Gyaltsen Dorje
Puja Nonje Namge Nashoba, Jeme Zinke Jala Sowade, Tuzun Gunye Belma Jeneke, Jata Dubu Mozo Chorogu, Senge Nenge Jendo Dejadon, Gunzo Zembela Sowade, Omen Jogi Yenge Bodala, Tuzu Sange Boje Gogoni, Renzen Goku Gundo Zembele, Sowe Mame Namba Sowade. Zuma receiving blessings of body, speech, and mind directly from Dzogchen. Visualize the subtle body, channels, chakras, nadis, etc. Releasing, cleansing. Zabadra Samaya Za Hum Baho Ritsa Ramane Bhava Daye Soha Zabadra Samaya Za Hum Baho Bhadra Amrita Kundale Hana Hana So now you can still visualize Dzogchen, or if you have a sakli of the lineage of the Rinzin Rupa, the Yaharas, then you can visualize that. Either way, still is everything is appropriate. Urgyen Samten Lama Sange Dodan Zogi Zonam, Zunzobatu Dani Gatsuji, Daji Zinzogi Zonam, Jola Benze Sange Jobajo, Sange Dodan Zogi Zonam, Zunzobatu Dani Gatsuji, Daji Sange Dodan Zogi Zonam, Zunzobatu Dani Gatsuji, Daji Zinzogi Jola Benze Sange Jobajo, Sange Dodan Zogi Zonam, Zunzobatu Dani Gatsuji, Daji Zinzogi Za Mo Zojena Ranga Demba Gu. right, Tuna. Om Baja Mahasuri Harato, Hon, Dene Toje Torua, Dudu. Ram, Yam, Ram. Om Sarva, Suto, Sarva, Tama, Zorbe, Suto, Tume, Dembe, Dembe, Randa, Nanda, Jorma, Godo, Doro, Nuba, Ponzo. Sarva, Tajin, Jengo, Oma, 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 Tume Pate Sapariva, Azamaza, Saga Na, Pa, Chete, Bala, Gata, Namusabada, Imishu Mugupe, Sabata, Mugate Sapa, Rana, and the Dama, Soha. Namusabada, Imishu Mugupe, Sabata, Mugate Sapa, Ran in the Kama Soha. Namo Sabata Gata Mission Mutu Saba Katanga Sapa Raman Kam Soha De Gana De all the various obstructors, even the obstructors at their essence have the enlightened nature, but have not recognized, therefore make many problems sometimes. Om Bhajana Hazri Hara Bhagavan Dene Toje Torva Guru. This is Ram Yam. Om Savarva Suto Sava Dhamma Sukha Suto Om Dhamma 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 Rando Che Yete Bwe Nando Dhamma Kodo Doro Dhamma Kunzon Dhamma Taja Gato Dhamma Gu Oma Om Oma Om 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 Saru Putraga Sara Sara Saru Putraga Sara Sara Saru Putraga Sara Sara Om Savarega Namo Savarega Davaye Mehamose Sava Satnamo Gete Savaranda Yamana Rehana Yamarinda Aye Soha Om Savarega Namo Savarega Davaye Mehamose Sava Satnamo Gete Savaranda Yamana Rehana Yamarinda Aye Soha Om Savarega Namo Savarega Davaye Mehamose Sava Satnamo Gete Savaranda Yamana Rehana Yamarinda Aye Soha Then you will Vajra Sama Ya Za Za. Now you are Dorje Senpai, and now you must cleanse and purify and make the space clean so the deity can come and be seated eventually. Om Bhadra Zatra Samaya Mano Balaya Bhadra Zatra Nena Bhadra Zatra Bhava Zatra Gaya Zatra Anaratana Bhava Zava Siri Meprayata Zara Namata Zara Bhagavan Saradata Gata Zara Nanim Zara Bhavana Samaya Zatra Bhadra Zatra Samaya Ya Bhadra Zatra Nena Bhava Zatra Bhava Zatra Gaya Bhava Zatra Gaya
Then you should have the thought. Now is the mandala of Dorje and the mandala of purity. So therefore, the deity can enter and sit in a clean place. But then you also want to establish the boundary. So the boundary, no negativity can come into this space. Boundary has been established, the boundary tent has been erected. Now you must take your mandala plate if you have. And you make sure you secure the cord around your neck. Then you take the other end. What I do is I take the other end and I put my bell and Dorje like a weight on it. And you take your plate. So this is the base. This represents, I would say, Dhammacakka. This is the totality of the multiverse in which all of the worlds exist. In essence, we are offering everything in the totality of the universe to the enlightened ones. But as an enemy surface, we must clean it. So if you have a little water, or if not, you can just think. So we would take our Gonpa and just one little drop of water into the plate. Then with your right hand and the ring finger and the thumb, you take a small pinch of rice. And then we're going to make a clockwise circle out and recite Om Bhadra Sattva. Bhadra Sattva Samaya Mano Bhadaya Bhadra Sattva Deno Bhadra Nabu Vasudu Kaya Nabu Vasudu Kaya Nabu Anarada. So as it in the prayer to the Zedum Guru Sada Tata Gata Bhadra Manu Buddha Bhava Maha Samaya Sadhu. Then you place the rice into the center of the mandala plate and you take the first ring in your place. Then we'll continue reciting Om Bhadra Sattva and fill up that one. Bhadra Sattva Samaya Mano Bhadaya Bhadra Sattva Deno Bhadra Nabu Vasudu Anuradha Bhava Zola Vidya Praya Zara Guna Sudale Guru Bhagavan Sada Bhadra Mani Vizolanda Bhava Mahamaya Bhadra Sattva Samaya Mano Bhadaya Bhadra Sattva Deno Bhava. Second one, Bhadra Sattva Samaya Mano Bhadaya Bhadra Sattva Deno So as it in the way of the third one. Then you place the top. Now you just hold. And so this represents everything, the totality of existence. Om Dinda Buddhaya Om Dinda Buddhaya Then you just deconstruct, let's put the feelings away, and you can have the thought, you have offered everything, all that is most perfect, including your own body, speaking mind, including your own enlightened nature, everything you offer up to the enlightened one for the benefit of all sentient beings, to develop merit, which you keep not for ourselves, but again, we give away to all the sentient beings. Then, after that, make sure you secure, so you don't have something running all over the place like I do now. It's always, when you finish, you always have to make sure, especially if you're in the monastery, you have to make sure you clean up, because the mice, they hear. They know who they're doing, the offering, and they're going to drop food. They're going to drop the rice somewhere. So they will come and have rice to eat. So now, you take, if you can see your middle finger and my ring finger, and I put inside so I can hold it. The reason I do that is so then, now, I take my mala, and you don't have to worry too much if you can't, doesn't matter. So this way, I'm holding the mandala plate and I'm holding my beach. So every time I do it, I can move the bead and I can also hold the plate. The plate should be held at the level of your heart center. So we've already cleaned it. So let me just do a demonstration. So we start with 3 times. Saji Dorje Dorje Medu Tam Lupa Munzene de Sembagi Sengi Sende Meda Buwei Tongin Najina Juba Show Idam Rajna Mandala Yam Aya De like that. So you're going center, let's go center, top, bottom, right, left, lower, diagonal, right, upper. This is again symbolic of offering all that is most precious throughout the totality of the universes to the enlightened ones for the benefit of all sentient beings to again the merit which we do not keep and give away from them. I hope this is some understanding. If this doesn't make sense, then you can just take rice and you can just drop it onto the plate, right, and down. Now, for the sake of, and I saw one Rinpoche doing like this, for the sake of not making too much mess, keep your plate a little bit close to your cloth so the rice drops down. Are we all together somewhat? Somewhat, okay? So, now also, don't, when you drop the rice, sometimes it says you should try to drop the rice, it makes it awkward. Drop the rice this way, but I've also seen we don't drop it down like this, but we'll do a little bit, let it just fall out of your hand. So you don't make dropping like animals. So sometimes it actually is quite awkward, is to do like this, but you can just let it drop out, but not straight down, okay? Do the best that you can, and we do 21 times. Here we go. Sashi Puja Jojo Mido Tam Lupa Munzene de Sembagi Sengi Sende Meda Buwei Tongin Najina Juba Show Idam Mandala Yam Aya De. So you start off like that. Ready? And again. Sashi Puja Jojo Mido Tam Lupa Munzene de Sembagi Sengi Sende Meda Buwei Tongin Najina Juba Show Idam Mandala Yam Aya De. Sashi Puja Jojo Mido Tam Lupa Munzene de Sembagi Sengi Meda Buwei Tongin Najina Juba Show Idam Mandala Yam Aya De. You give them the base, then you brush it off, and you move the beat. Sashi Puja Jojo Mido Tam Lupa Munzene de Sembagi Sengi Sende Meda Buwei Tongin Najina Juba Show Idam Mandala Yam Aya De. Sashi Puja Jojo Mido Tam Lupa Munzene de Sembagi Sengi Sende Meda Buwei Tongin Najina Juba Show Idam Mandala Yam De. Sashi Puja Jojo Mido Tam Lupa Munzene de Sembagi Sengi Sende Meda Buwei Tongin Najina Juba Show Idam Mandala Yam De. Sashi Puja Jojo Mido Tam Lupa Munzene de Sembagi Sengi Sende Meda Buwei Tongin Najina Juba Show Idam Mandala Yam De. Sashi Puja Jojo Mido Tam Lupa Munzene de Sembagi Sengi Sende Meda Buwei Tongin Najina Juba Show Idam Mandala Yam De. Sashi Puja Jojo Mido Tam Lupa Munzene de Sembagi Sengi Sende Meda Buwei Tongin Najina Juba Show Idam Mandala Yam De. Sashi Puja Jojo Mido Tam Lupa Munzene de Sembagi Sengi Sende Meda Buwei Tongin Najina Juba Show Idam Mandala Yam De. Just a moment, so you find there's a certain rhythm. As you can see, so I'm going. Sashi Puja Jojo Mido Tam Lupa Munzene de Sembagi. Now I'm letting it so not out of the bottom, but you just let it drop out of your hand, all right? So I'm going and I go, and
and to make it easy, go center, then go bottom, then go top, then go left, then go right, diagonal lower, diagonal upper. Then before you brush it off, take another hand, brush it off, and then you're ready to go again. Oh, Sashi Boje, don't you miss us? We're going to send it. Somebody singing in the middle of the way. Don't miss another battle. You know, Sashi Boje, don't you miss us? We're going to send it. Somebody sing it. Sing it in the middle of the way. Don't miss another battle. You know, Sashi Boje, don't you miss us? We're going to send it. Somebody sing it in the middle of the way. That we made, we go Om Bhagavata Samaya Manobalaya. Samaya Sadova Bhagavata Samaya Manobalaya Bhagavata So the city may pray as the Zola Gomas of the Mayor, second good home. Sarah Gata Roman and Zola, Badrusa de Samaya, Manobalaya, Badrusa de this is the Nova, Subagaya Nova, Anaradu Nova, so the city may pray as the Zola Gomas of the Mayor. Certain good home, somewhat the Roman and Samaya. Badrusa de Samaya, Manobalaya, Badrusa de Nova, this is the Nova, Subagaya Nova, Anaradu Nova, so the city may pray as the Zola Gomas of the Mayor. Sarada Mani Muzo Vince Bova Maha Samaya Satu
another purpose. You do the long Vajrasattva there so you can clean up all the rice that has dropped into your zen or onto the floor, and then you would construct it and put it back together so you can continue on. So like I say, we'll come back to this again. It takes a little practice to get the rhythm of it, and also to develop the muscle memory of how to do it. But I hope that made a little sense. But even if it didn't, our intention was to do so for the benefit of all sentient beings. And sometimes the intention, even if the action is not absolutely correct, but the intention fills in the rest. So now take a breath, breathing out, and rest. So if we were in the Gonpa, then the attendants would come with maybe some tea, and they would come with the bread and the little crackers, and then there would be a short break. So maybe it's 11 o'clock now, so maybe you need to go and have some tea, and go to the bathroom. It's like I do with my other classes. You've got the 3 minutes, because if I say 5, then it'll take 7. So, so 3 minutes, you could get water, stretch your legs, and then we come back and we practice for one more hour and 15 minutes or so, like that. It's good. Take a little break now. Good? Okay. Small break. see. How is it? Okay? Good?
Very good. Thank you. Thank you, Rinpoche. Thank you, everyone's blessing.
Good. Wonderful. Okay, we'll wait until everyone is back. Many times I would be at Nagi Gampa. I've been at Nagi Gampa many times for New Year's, and we do like this. Practice all day long. And then little breaks, have a tea, eat, then take a nap, come back, practice. Then, and when everything is finished, then sometimes we get to just hang out with Rinpoche, have tea and talk, or we go to Andreas's place, and they sing songs and play guitar and be a little bit rowdy, even in the monasteries. Then many times I'm also at Urgyen Ling. I've been Urgyen Ling, and sometimes in retreat when I forget his name. He died also. Many of the old students of Rinpoche died. Right, we're all standing in line. I can't remember her name. You see her face. But they had a nice, like French chalet in the middle of Buddha. They had it very nice, and I did retreat at their house, secluded retreat through the New Year, from the Christmas and then into the New Year. So now we start again with 7-line prayer. And so we'll 7-line prayer, then I'll do the prayers to the lineage, and then we'll do the, you'll hear, so you'll know where to pick up. If you have the Rinpoche group with the prayer to the assemblages of the Vihara, I'll tell you when we will do that. But again, take a breath in, breathing out, resting onto our seat. Now, don't worry, easy, very easy, just easy. Even now, more space, more easy, more comfortable. Just resting, awareness of breath in, awareness of breath out. And then from the great expanse of space, differentiated from the space itself, we say, Guru Dhamma Siddhi Urgyen Samten Gyaltsen Guru Dhamma Siddhi Guru Gandoma Gurge Sudarugi Chenjela Shesu Guru Dhamma Siddhi Urgyen Samten Ling Gonpa Gyaltsen Guru Dhamma Siddhi Guru Gandoma Gurge Sudarugi Chenjela Shesu Guru Dhamma Siddhi. Mahum Bhaja Guru Karma Thupten Sabhadra Samaya Sa. Or now is the Buddhist Group, the assemblage of Vidyadharas. So I will make a prayer starting with Rinji Wangju. We do this prayer. It's called the Rain of Accomplishments, a prayer to the lineage of the assemblage of Viharas. One should think that the lineage of the Viharas has now appeared before oneself. And you say, Namo da 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 ye jun jun jun, do jun go lama da, bridging ga do ge go la, ni ne do de ka do ji. Namo da 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 ye jun jun jun, do jun go lama da, bridging ge go la, ni ne do de ka do ji. Namo da 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 ye jun jun jun, do jun go. Receiving the blessings from all the Viharas in Guru Rinpoche, then to invoke specifically, you want to bring to mind now that we're going to ask Guru Rinpoche and all the Viharas, this is though they amass and please, we made the seat, we have prepared the space. Please, we want you to come and sit down. Sri Madhura Nama Joge Gu Ejen Doje Nama Joge Je Adon Adon Nama Joge Gu Udon Doje Jama Zuwade Urgyen Rinpoche La Zuwade Daden Bade Nidoje Doden Zambadu Bada Jodanu Nurusa Atiku Pratatisa. Oh, the deity sits down. Sitting either in single or yagam. In the heart center is a lotus, sun and moon disk. In the middle of that is 9-pronged Dorje. In the middle of the 9-pronged Dorje is the seed Surubu Om, written counterclockwise, Om Ahum Bhadra Buddhadharma Siddhi Om, encircling and moving clockwise. As it does so, multicolored rays of light like rainbow, white, red, blue, yellow, and green flow out in the 10 directions for the benefit of all sentient beings. When the light goes out, it goes out, one, as an offering for all of the enlightenments, and it returns back. It goes out again, blessing, cleansing, and purifying all obscurations, sins, defilements, negative karmic actions, and the disease, and it comes back. The third time it goes out, it's gathering the essence of all of the knowledge and wisdom of all of the enlightened ones of the past, present, and future. Then as you engage in the recitation continuously, light flows out, light comes in, like that. Then many Nagas and Dakinis come and make offerings. Om Bhadra Argam Bhadam Utte Utte Aloge Gande Newade Shata Ruka Shata Gande Raja Shebashe Lama Daka Pusa Oh Bhaja Guru Brahma Siddhi Om Bhaja Guru Brahma Siddhi Om Bhaja Guru Brahma Siddhi Om Bhaja Guru Brahma Siddhi Bhaja Guru Brahma Siddhi Om 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 Bhaja Guru Brahma Om Bhaja Guru Brahma Siddhi Om Bhaja Guru Brahma Siddhi So you can see that Sakli or the ribs and Rupa is similar to the Vidyas. As a deity, you are sitting in the middle, with or without consort. Again, this is not to beat the roads to outside. They won't understand. But you're surrounded by all the enlightened Mahasiddhis and all of the lineage masters of this particular tradition. The blessings are flowing out in the 10 directions, and the blessings are flowing back from the 10 directions. Visualize yourself, what you say, I am the deity. and then leave it alone. And now only practice from awareness, arising from Rigpa. Recite.
engaging in a recitation. Just to visualize by thinking is not sufficient, not enough. It's a place to begin. You must feel the resonant quality within. Then, like a vision, lotus, sun, moon, non-conduiting, boom, mantra written, mantra moving, light radiating out. Remember, it is the feeling. The feeling, you cause the effect. Your thinking cause the effect. When the mind of thinking and the heart of feeling unite, unity, oneness, let go. forgotten. You must remind yourself, I am the deity in all of its various attributes, etc. But having done that, then you don't keep doing it again and again. The fish comes out of what you sit like a vision, and you just relax because you are the deity. You don't go around thinking, oh, I am Master G, oh, I am Khandro, oh, I am your Dorma. You just know who you are. So, but you must now remember who you are. You're not thinking about, oh, what are we doing, where am I going, and so forth and so on. Vivid recitation, vivid visualization, right? Vivid intention, vivid meditation, etc. So, hold your space, but relax.
Recite this prayer for us.
In simple, omniscient, primordial wisdom, loving compassion, fulfilling actions, and protecting power. Therefore, please enable us, myself and all sentient beings, to be purified of the two obscurations, the conflicting thoughts and confusing emotions with their habits, and to attain the two accomplishments, that which is of benefit to others and benefit the soul. The supreme accomplishment of the actual state of the great gurus, the all-knowing union of Rigpa, the assemblages of the Viharas, and the common accomplishments of the four activities and the 8 CDs, the four accomplishments to pacify, to subdue, to magnetize, and to multiply, for the benefit of all sentient beings. Om Bhadra Tata Samaya, Namo Kalaya, Bhadra Bhadra Janaba, many things will come and go, but the main thing is enter into the quantum field, into the quantum flow, and be at peace and harmony and union with the totality of the cosmos. Oh, back on cue, Master Ian, you see how the clouds are floating by? We are moving through the universe in the same way, not stagnant, but ever flowing and free. Maybe now from practice you should feel more open, more spacious, more light within and more light without. Rest your mind, like the Lord says, let go of the past. Let go of what may come. Let go of what is happening now. Don't try to figure anything out while you sit. Don't try to make anything happen. Relax right now and rest. Ah, ah, ah. without beginning, without end. Once again, our content to the vastness of space and throughout the totality of the multiverse. We move, perhaps like Shakespeare would say, we gallop apace.
entering into the timelessness of time. Relatively, we say, my past, my present, my future. Timelessness is only a relative moment of perception that we have sat, but so brief, like the flickering of a candle, going out from the bleakness of the wind. But here we are, collectively. Maybe he would say, my friends, let's continue our journey as we have before. Let's see where we will go. We do not know. But fueled by loving kindness and compassion and peace and harmony and happiness, may we travel together. 1 year has passed. One member of our Sangha is no longer with this vehicle, but who knows, we may see him again. So we must remember Raj, Thupten. We too will follow in his footsteps. And when the appointed time arrives, and when it does come, may you remember this moment and sit in the timelessness of what is going before. Recognizing the unity of space and light, within and without wavering, beyond hope and beyond fear. We continue and we practice for all of those that are near and all of those that are dear. Perhaps maybe you had a moment of peace. Maybe you recognize the stillness within. The firecrackers and the fireworks going off, you could hear. But in the midst of the turbulence, remain in the stillness, no matter what is near. This is how you should practice. I don't have to read what Rinpoche says, but this is what he is talking about. When everyone is running about and has lost their head, when they're going about restless and cannot even sleep at night in their bed, we sit in the unity of emptiness and luminosity and recognize that the enlightened quality lies within. So ring your bell and we recite Long Bhagavad to bring and cleanse the new year. Myself included, that we can sit upon our seat, as Talopa said, be at rest. I hope so. Lama, while you were sitting, many things came to your mind, many visions and images, and I asked Me babbling all the time. Maybe could you share with us something from your past experience?
Oh my goodness. Earlier this evening, some of us went to Cafe Shambhala. And I was reminded that somewhere around 15 years ago was the first time I stepped into that with you. Earlier tonight you talked about just getting that one little taste. And Shambhala reminded me of that because up until that point I'd never eaten Tibetan food. But then you get that first taste of the Tibetan food. And your whole body responds and you keep wanting more and more. But I equate it to much like the Dharma. And you get one little taste. One little taste of Rigpa. One little taste of resting. And you get those moments where everything is just perfect. Just like when the momos come out. Hot and steamy, right? And it is exactly the same as that. We get that first taste and we see how it can be to really fully rest on our seats and to really be who we are and to really have our hearts open. And that is what I think drives all of us. I know that's what drives me, is because I've seen that happen, and I've seen it happen with all of you over these last years. And it's nice to watch all of you change, and myself change, and even this monster change. And it's for her benefit that we all do this. And these children who look up to somebody of how to behave, and hopefully, what is there, 12, 13 of us here? Maybe these 12 people can influence other young people to actually care about each other. And this is how we change this world. This is how Ian came not too much older than Lindsay is now when I first met him. So I think it's a very good time to reflect on what we do and why we do it. And what that first initial taste means. Where does that taste come from? Is it from the momo? Or is it from simple acts of kindness and caring and love and truly having an open heart? I can tell you, in my experience and what has happened to me, because of the Dharma, I'm a way different person than I was umpteen years ago. And it's changed not only my life, but the lives of other people around me. So when you get that taste in your mouth or in your heart, be sure to eat more of it and to keep that in your heart and your mind. And remember who you're influencing and how and why. I think that's enough for now. Yeah? So... You're welcome.
Oh, from the plateau of the deserts and the red rocks, please, what could you share with us, perhaps?
Oh. It's so hard almost to believe all of our good fortune. Here we get to enter into this new year in silence and in peace, in the company of one another. We've received so many teachings through you, Rinpoche, through you, Lama, that have come straight from Nepal. Sometimes the teachers from Tibet, and that we have access to all of this is just mind-blowing. And I guess we're tonight just having a really strong feeling of gratitude coming up along with this lovely mandala practice. only entering this new year awake and at peace, but with real gratitude and just a profound willingness to keep giving and giving and giving for the sake of others. Because this is what we've been given and it is what we've said that we would do. And so I still find it so amazing for somebody who grew up in northern Minnesota and never heard of anything about Buddhism. But it still sometimes blows my mind where this has all come. And but I guess mostly just going back to that real sense of gratitude and appreciation for our lives. How many are gone in these last 2 years? Just these 2 years, so many gone. And so just much gratitude is all I can say for all of you.
Thank you, Thupten. Kandula, you know I was going to come to you.
So what comes to mind is very personal to me. My biological mother passed away just a few days ago on the 29th. And I didn't know her very well. But I do, in all the chaos of our lives, I do wish her well. As she began to pass, she became very quiet and was sleeping. And she sat up in bed and she said, "Is that Jesus?" And there were witnesses to this event. And I hope that all of us have that moment when we pass where we can say, "Is that the Buddha?" That's it.
I was thinking also, as you were sitting this evening and you could hear the fireworks going on perhaps, sit in stillness and rest no matter what. Fireworks go off around you, but sit and rest in the stillness. Genpa, I am interested. Give us a few words, please. Maybe Genpa is being like Dogen Zenji. And Dogen Zenji went and studied in China with a kitchen cook in his teachings of the kitchen master. And he came back to Japan and he established the tradition that became known from the Chan as Zen. And he said he learned from his master to just sit. I'm not sure if Genpa was able to hear, or maybe his teachings is quite profound, isn't it? When asked to speak, he remained in silence. And not only did he remain in silence, he dissolved into cyberspace. And then again, he appeared. May it be like that for us. Is this what you want to say to us, Genpa? To just sit. Sogen Zenji. Now I have to teach the Zen way starting next semester. 1 minute, 1 moment. Dogen Zenji said, 1 moment sitting, 1 moment with it. 1 moment sitting, 1 moment with it.
So when we are asked at the time of our departure, maybe we won't even say, I see the Buddha, I don't see the Buddha, because there is no one to see. That's what Jempa said to me. Rest in silence and disappear into the space. And when it is time, we'll come again. Thank you, Jempa. Thank you. Awala.
What is present and what I'm recognizing right now is the connection between Nirmanakaya, our everyday truth, the basic kindness of others, and all of that exists within the expanse of space. And the challenges, support, teaching, and just never-ending warmth that we receive from all of our teachers. Just unlimited gratitude.
Rinpoche, Master Z.
Thank you for everyone's blessing. I'm really grateful. And just seeing Ian, the clouds backing him, back in the background, reminds me of one of the quotes from Huineng, and he mentioned when people seeing flag is moving, whether it's moving the flag or whether it's moving the wind, and he said it's moving the heart and the mind. And today during practice, somehow that clicked, seemingly. Whatever we see and experience, just as it is. But what made seemingly real or emotional or good and bad is all here. When this quiet, synchronic, it's in the same rhythm. Whatever we see and hear, is no longer what's the right word? Pulled by the discomfort. I should say, I don't know the best way I can describe it. Thank you.
Thank you, Master Z. Master Rick. Please.
I just want to say from my heart, I am so grateful for this Sangha that helps me open my heart. And as my heart is opened, it causes both pain and joy. And I am very grateful for the support of all of you.
Thank you. I understand this pain and joy.
Yes.
Rinpoche would always says, we are held between the vice of hope and fear, hoping that we'll be joyful and fearing we won't. But like Master Z said, it's all in our heart, isn't it? These things are all just an illusion. Felt, we're going to hold on to it. Sandra. Right there. Don't say anything else. Oh, the primordial sound of wisdom. Oh, this is reverberating in my heart and my head. Now, please Give us commentary.
Just thinking of how many years I've been on this planet, how many of these changing of the years I've been through. Lots of times in relative muck, if you will. But it seems like I've had this heart in the last 2-3 years, since Rick helped me to get into this. My heart has been so open, and I've had tears over and over again. And the line that keeps coming up inside of my heart and my mind is, at last. And in Nepal, when Mom gave me the name, which is precious, realized, my mind went, yep, this is it. I feel like I've come home. And the camaraderie and the connection that I have with each and every one of you, and I look forward to more with you, Rinpoche, as time goes on. Delicious. Thank you.
Thank you.
Happy New Year's, everyone. Thank you so much for practice with me today. It's been, I'm really grateful. And I can notice that my monkey smile is the moment of silence, and the next moment is the fireworks, and my monkey mind is jumping around. So I still need to do a lot of practice next year. Thank you.
Thank you. Me too. I understand this. One moment of clarity, 2 moments of insanity. Oh, Gonpa.
So tonight brings back memories of a few years ago when we were able to spend Nyepi in Bali. And Nyepi is a Hindu New Year celebration there, where the entire island shuts down for 24 hours. Total silence. It's against the law to go out of your home. The entire time is spent meditating and praying. And tonight, with all of us gathered together, holding our time of silence at the time of the New Year, brought back those special memories of how the entire island pulls together for a specific cause. And I felt that same unity with this group tonight. And I'm so grateful for everyone here, whether we're near or far or know each other very well or not. I'm so grateful for everyone. And Rinpoche, Lama Palden, Lama Kandro, thank you so very, very much for your time and consideration and all of your teachings.
Thank you, Gonpa. Uncle Master Ian, I hear your thoughts. You have so much to say. Please speak to us. Avatar.
There's nothing in here. I guess what I want to start with is I want to thank all of you, even though I really haven't been part of the Sangha for that long. It's made such an incredible impact on me. Before I started doing meditation, I was someone who thought any sort of belief and anything beyond scientific or whatever is really foolishry, and I was skeptical of everything. And I came into this practice with an open mind, and what that led me to is it led me to start fixating on, I want to know the truth, I want to know Rigpa, I want to know all these things, I want to know everything. But I think as I've gone through this practice, I realize it doesn't matter so much of what's true as what is kind, and what makes me and everyone else do more good for the world is the most important and fundamental thing. And then it was weird coming with that mindset today, because I realize how lucky all of us and everyone around us are to have such amazing role models in our lives, whether it's you, Rinpoche, or Lama Paladin. And what made me think of today is the preciousness of this human birth, where my father today finally retired, and I thought that when it comes to our own parents, I feel like that's someone that we should really look towards, for someone that always raises us and brings us into this world and provides. And I guess as someone who's a young person, what I want to do and what this practice and all of you have made me realize is just the goal of my life should be able to get to a point where I can just give and give and give as much as I can. And I guess to sum up all of the jumbled thoughts that I've had here is this has just made me someone who wants to value compassion to the pinnacle, to its peak. Even though I tend to fail miserably, but it's an aspiration.
Yeah, we all have the same aspiration. As I said earlier today, as I was practicing, may in this coming year, loving kindness and compassion grow to a greater degree than it was in the previous one. And may I truly recognize and exhibit that for the benefit of all sentient beings, whether they are near or far, whether they are the detractors or enemies or friends or whatever you might wish to call them. Maybe the labeling will fall apart. And one will just be, as you said, a kind human being. So thank you. In the lower corner, because I don't know if that person is present or not. And my eyes are not good enough to read the name. Who is that Lama? All the way down.
Is it Kamala or Jana?
Kamala. Oh, every time I say Kamala, I'll come back. Kamala, speak to me. We have your blessings.
Thank you for all you do.
Thank you, Kamala. I have an incense burner, and the ashes were falling all over the place, and I was looking for a plate that I could set the incense burner on, and I went, oh, Kamala made this. I will use this plate. So every day when I'm cleaning it, you always come to mind. May you always be blessed.
May you always be blessed. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kamala. Now, who did I miss? You know, sometimes you're sitting in the group, you go, oh, they're going to come to me, I'm going to have to speak, I don't want to know what I'm going to say. Lama, all the way down. What is her name?
It's Jana.
Jana, I'm sorry, Jana. Can you hear us, Jana? Maybe it's just her picture that's here.
Okay, finally.
Oh,
Sorry. Oh, well, it's good to be here with all of you, as usual. And I can't be video because then everything cuts off, but I'm most grateful for peace of mind finally, and the ability to be still and be okay with that. So, and I try to practice kindness in everything I do. So it's hard on the road, but I still do it, you know. So, and thank you for everyone that's supported me and, you know, has given me direction, and I really appreciate that. I love every one of you.
thank you, Jana. Yeah, this simple thing, kindness. And if, you know, right now on the social media, if holiness is always said, this is my main practice, which is kindness. And then it also says, kindness should be the norm. not the exception. We go, oh, that person is so kind. We should all be so kind. So maybe, not maybe, in this coming year, in this starting right at this moment, may we all collectively practice loving kindness and compassion, joyousness, be a vessel of peace and harmony and happiness always. And when we feel we're being put upon, or negative things happen and thinking, etc., may we just laugh and go, oh, my karma is coming to fruition. All of those that I owe retribution to, please come and feed upon this maggot-infested body. And then that's the mandala offering. Did you enjoy mandala offering? Yes, I hope so. We will do this more. This is really nice. It's just a nice rhythm and sound so that we can be all together making mandala offering. So thank you for your words of wisdom. Honor your words of wisdom. The real, as Lama Rinpoche would say, there is no true knowledge and wisdom without direct experience. And hopefully we have laid the groundwork in our practice where each and every one, myself included, continues to deepen our experience, but not grasping. Oh, Lindsay! I want to hear from Lindsay.
You get the dog now. Say hi.
Hi.
She's too shy.
That little mousy voice.
She just disappeared now.
Well, again, this is I had told Lama is that he knew he was going to say something, but they didn't. The rest of you did not know. But I think it's good for you to hear each other's experience and to see that we are a collective. And if we, this small Sangha, is a collective, I know there's other. I just talked to Rinpoche earlier today and talked to Dorje Rinpoche, who's doing Logical Life, Black Hat. Many people, I make a small request. I'm so sorry, but Dorje Rinpoche, he wants to buy the Black Hat to ward off negativity, and he's in southern Bhutan. He doesn't have any money. I don't have any money either. But if you could get $5 or $10 or $2 or whatever, the hat is $200. And I told him, and then Lama Thupten, he's living in a little hut in Bhutan, and he says, I have no food and I'm so cold. Then he says, Father, I'm his father. He says, Father, please could you help me? I have no money. So I'm gonna have to send him money also. So, but anyway, you have been so kind to me and to our teachers and to other practitioners that are in Bhutan, in Nepal, in India. So I thank you for that. But if you would like to help buy this hat, because he's doing the practice for us also. But anyway, we still have to do Dhammapala prayers and a few more things. So I hope I'm not taxing you too much. And again, I thank you for your consistency and your commitment and your ability to transform and evolve. Because if that is not happening, then we can't continue. The evolution of Dharma is really the evolution of truth. So you are the vessels of truth. You're the vessels of loving kindness and compassion. You're the vessels that extend your hearts to be a benefit to others, even when we ourselves have a broken wrist. Even when our bodies are cut and stuffed and parts are replaced. It is only a vehicle. It is only a moment in space. So I hope you have all, no, I don't hope. You will have, because this is a wonderful new year. To the Che. Now we do Dhammapala. We won't do Bhadrakalaya. Vajrakalaya is being done in Bhutan for us. I know. And I just received message from the Kunta Rinpoche blessing, some Gilek blessing, from Gilek. Chinda Rinpoche blessings. Who else I just received? Many lamas are now saying, please bless Sangha, bless our members. So now let's go to Dhammapala. Now, to remind you, who are you? You are not ordinary being. You are the manifestations, emanations of Guru Rinpoche. So we are the radiant manifestations of Guru Rinpoche. And Guru Rinpoche is the one who made the oath with the Dhammapalas to do what? To protect the time, protect the space, protect the Dharma, protect practitioners, and protect the teachers. So, and what did we say we would do? We would always provide for you. So the black tea offering with the meat and the fruit and chocolate and nuts and crackers or whatever you may have, or you just visualize you're making all of these aspects. Remember, we say, Namo Guru De, Namo Guru De, Namo Guru De. Deva Dhamme Tamze Ge, Tabdun Gundu Jen, Jen, Na. So we have summoned them, they gathered. It's like, maybe they're going, oh, now we have to go to work. Time for us to do what we said we would do. Om Sri Binda Hedaka, really, Om Yo, Dene, Bajen, Dame, Ranjan, Dube, Toji, Nojan, Tamde, Jide, Jime, Toji, Jide, Mange, Doge, Koro, Sunday way.
May all your wishes be fulfilled. And from all of the video artists, may you receive their blessings and the empowerment, the body, the speech, the mind. And as you spoke up, all of you so eloquently stated, may your hearts open and be filled with loving kindness and compassion, which radiates endlessly for the benefit of all sentient beings. Thank you, Dorje. Hold up, Om Bhaja Guru Brahma Tujansa Bhadra Samayaza. Let your head kaya, let your throat wadka, let your heart sita ala siti ala Om Bhaja Guru Brahma Tujansa Bhadra Samayaza. Kaya Varga Sita Ala Sita Om Bhaja Guru Brahma Tujansa Bhadra Samaya Kaya Varga Sita Ala Sita Perhaps our heart is already open, but we have not known. And when our heart opens, we will know and see. But it is not opening for thee. It opens for all sentient beings. May they see. And I also talked to, we must do the prayer. We would just do alms a day. Thank all our teachers, as you spoke of, all of them. Alms a day, and we just imagine this is now your candle, so we won't light the candle this time, but just hold up your Dorje. Namge tatu taye chunchen namabe chunju 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 jeba madu chunchen madu ba chunju chume chula tu ashu. Nambe kunse kambata kuyam yoga dike yoga na taishu madu chunju chunju Nandu zange chunla tu baju tembe bagu lambe jete Zange puja pinyo nange tembe nundan tanju bage temba yurme nambe na chiso Let go of what is past. The year is gone. Let go of what may come. It is coming. Let go of what is happening now, in this present moment. Don't try to figure anything out. Don't try to make anything happen. Relax. Right now, you relax. And then what? Ese que allí en el con sus hombros de Juneto, and the Nando Patination. So may you all be blessed with peace and harmony and happiness always. And may all of your dreams manifest with infinite possibilities. Thank you for being here this evening. Happy year. Is it a new year? I don't know. But it's a happy year, and we are still here. So this is wonderful. Please, as Gabrielle says, have fun, be safe, and live with passion. Don't take yourself and everything so serious, but we engage in our practice with seriousness. The world needs it.
And that's the end he reminded me. My future lies in your generation. Spread loving kindness and compassion wherever you go. Don't get caught up in the social media gossip of negativity. This is for all of us. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Monsieur, Madame,